Hey everybody, we are on the couch with Sakina and Kai. Y'all already know it is 11 o'clock. Y'all chime in, subscribe, share, and comment. Y'all, we got a special guest today. We got Tyree. Oh my goodness. When I say we are in for a treat, we have this strong, positive role model. I mean, he is coming. He is trying to make a change in the community. He's an activist. He has his own clothing line. He started his own business with the youth, trying to get them employed, but not just get them employed. He's trying to create entrepreneurs. Y'all are in for a treat. Wait a minute. We on the couch. So, I'm just going right to the first question. Tyree, who are you?
That's simple, you feel me? I'm the voice, you feel me? I'm the voice for those who can't speak for themselves.
Okay, all right. And could you just give us a little bit more on that, like the voice for people, younger people?
Voice for the youth, you feel me?
Okay, for the youth.
I just for the youth, you feel me? For my community too, cause I'm an activist for my community, you feel me? I'm a big fellow in my community, you feel me? I don't just help with like I'm planning events right now. Like I got an event, all brown everything. September 5th, Turkey Thicket Rap, you feel me?
Okay.
It's kids giveaway. It's for it's for the kids, you feel me? Basically, we giving out school supplies and all that for back to school. We understand they probably not going back to school. Some people are, some people not, but you still need school supplies for home because I know people getting homeschooled and stuff like that.
Yes.
And at the same time, I'm building a platform for black vendors, you feel me? Black entrepreneurs, you feel me? Not
Yes.
also just the youth. Just everybody else too, you feel me?
Yes.
So basically, I'm trying to build up a black pop-up somewhere towards though every week, you feel me? It's different locations, but basically black vendors, you feel me?
Yes.
I want to support black vendors. I want to put all this money, because there's a lot of money out here, back into these black businesses, you feel me?
Yes, yes. All right. Okay, you coming hard in 2020.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I want to the next question I have. How old are you with all this energy? Come on now.
Yeah, I'm 25.
25. So how long have you been thinking about doing this? Like, when did God... Hold up. Let me ask you this. Do you know God?
Yeah, I know God will.
Okay, you know God. Okay, so how long have you been going in this direction to be this community activist, this love and this passion for your community, but also seeing the weakness of your community and being able to just give back? How long has that been?
Honestly, man, I had a dark past. Like I said, I grew up, man, fast, so I clashed a lot with, my parents and stuff, because, my hair was too big, you feel me? I had kids at a young age, you feel me? I was taking care of myself. I had kids at 14.
14?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that grew you up really fast.
Yeah, I had to grow fast. I mean, especially if you want to take care of your kids. I mean, me personally, you feel me? I was 14, but I had the mindset of adult. I felt like, you feel me? I know how to give money. I know how to take care of my family, you feel me?
Okay.
So, that job, created a lot of controversy in my house. I was, in and out. I ended up leaving my house at 14. You feel me? Yeah. So I was running away for a while. I was staying with my baby mother for a minute actually, but that went sour after a while. So that's when I got connected with Sasha Bruce. You feel me? And I feel like that's what really changed my life. I feel like because they did put me with Youth Build. They connected me with Youth Build, which is actually was like a GD program where you can get a trade. And what was really different about it actually was like they really cared about me, like they really cared about you learning, you feel me? And I learned like, damn, I really like learning, you feel me? It was just that I needed somebody who cared about me learning, you feel me?
Yes.
Who wanted to actually teach me, you feel
Yes.
me? And it made me, man, it built my passion to want to learn, to want to get big, you feel me? It was like, damn, it's like, I see what they just did to me. I want to do this for somebody else. You feel me?
Yes.
That created that. And I'm vocal. I talk a lot. So I was talking. Talk to the right people. I ended up connecting with Debbie Shaw, which is the co-founder of Sasha Bruce. You feel me?
Wow.
I was basically like that young mouthpiece.
All
Yeah,
right.
I used to talk at a lot of youth summits. Youth summits is basically, you know, how to get their money, their sponsors and stuff like that.
Yes.
Basically painting on a picture, basically my life. Because social abuse did help me, like, at 18, they helped me get my own apartment and all that. I had 2 jobs, you feel me?
Wow. Ooh, I can see you being an activist. So what you're saying is, you once was going astray.
Right.
But something that seemed bad, which was Sasha abuse,
right,
actually turned your life around,
right,
and brought you on the right track, and now you're wanting to give back from your experience through the Sasha abuse. And hold up, you said you were the mouthpiece
right,
of Sasha abuse.
right.
Despite your situation, so that means to tell me, let me think. So God, you set him up. Oh, God set you up. Something that looked bad actually turned out for your good. Wow. The couch get heated, baby. Okay, but you're awesome. Like, I love your boldness, your outgoingness, you're not afraid to speak and tell the story, because I don't really have to ask you the questions. It's like you're answering everything within your yeah. It's just the energy. It's your life, it's your experience, and who can better tell it? I'm just woo. He is giving me chills because he knows what he wants. And he's experienced the good side and the bad side. And he prefers the good side. So with that, I want to go right back into it again. Where are you from?
I'm straight out of the trenches, you feel me? I'm straight out of Northeast. I'm from 12th and Army.
Okay, 12th and Emory. Okay. I told you that was like a good area, like the good, like, part of Northeast.
I said 12th and Army.
Oh, that's 12th and Hamlin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
it's a good place. It's on the houses over there.
Okay, it's residential.
Right.
Okay. That's like where we from. We from 8th and H. And they used to talk about, they got all the dope things and all that. We was residential, baby. Yeah, we was up in 3-story joints, 2-story joints. So, yes, I can dig it. So, with that, you said you had a baby at 14. You said you went through Sasha abuse. You took your GED. And now you said at 18 you had an apartment. So how did all of that at 18, how did you sustain your still being a young teenager, being a parent? Were you with the baby mother?
I was on and off. Actually, that's what kind of like triggered me. Alright, so I told you all the good sides, so I ain't really, peek into the bad side. So, I have been battling with like, mental health since a youth too.
Okay.
I got tapped into it. That's another story, but a little situation happened. I went to PIW, you feel me, with that, and they diagnosed me with these things. I'm 15, but that's a whole another side of it.
No, I really need you to be open on the couch, because on the couch we deal with a lot of things, and we also deal with mental health. Me being as though I have my own business, a lot of people that God revealed to me is that He sends people that have mental health. People, and mental health is very broad, so it can be depression, it can be having suicidal thoughts. What people don't understand is mental health is just being traumatized at a young age. Your parent, or you seeing things, your upbringing, you might have seen something that was not normal to a person that is growing up. 14 years old having a baby, that's traumatizing in itself, because you was not able to grow as a kid. You had to grow up very fast. Not just saying the baby, but what led you to be even out there with even to have a baby. So again, trauma is a form of mental health, and people don't understand. So be honest. We're on the couch. We want family, we want love, and we love your experience, because your experience can teach somebody else.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to speak about my mental health. I just wanted to briefly touch it because I wanted to, let you know what led, like how my life to like turn bad. You feel me? But speaking of mental health, I understand mental health is definitely something that you should definitely like take care of. I was young and actually, when they told me that stuff, you feel me, they basically told me, I had bipolar depression, I had ADHD and I had explosive temper. So, being young and somebody telling you this, you feel me, it's going way out the hour. It's like, what? I don't got, you feel me? But once you start getting older and you start, you feel me, understanding like, damn, like it's stuff happening and I can't control it. Like, I'm understanding, like once I start getting older and I start like really starting to try to self-discipline myself, I'm learning like, damn, like it's getting hard as shit. Like, it's certain stuff that I'm going through that's like not normal. So it's like me really reading up on what they saying, I'm supposed to have and stuff like that. It's like, damn, I can see, you feel me, traits, I can see characteristics. So it's like, damn, this is something I really got, you feel me? So, it was that. And for me, it was basically trying to say I don't got it, you feel me? It was me more so like, not like, they trying to, because actually, so I went through PIW or whatever, and I went through a little episode where I had to go through PIW. Honestly, I went black, you feel me? I woke up in PIW, you feel me? And PIW, if you don't know, is Psychiatric Institute of Washington. And, I'm 15, waking up in there, and it's like, you feel me? I'm like, what the hell? You feel me? So I'm just like, and that's when I noticed my temper, you feel me? It's like, and I'm trying not to, because I understand, like, I'm smart, you feel me? I know I'm not supposed to be here, so it's a lot of, you feel me? There's a lot of different situations in here I know that I'm better than, you feel me? I'm not supposed to be here, but it's like, I kept getting to these moments where it's like I can't control myself. It's like, all right, so it's like I'm trying to talk and verbally get myself out of the situation, but it's like they not listening to me. They telling me you gotta go through this and that. I'm like, huh? You feel me? Now I'm getting agitated, and it's like I'm getting to this state where it's like I can't control myself. I'm going back, and it's like, man, I went through some dark days, some dark stuff through that, and you feel me? But it basically, showed me that I basically did have a problem. You feel me? So. That we're dealing with that. So me having 18, having my own apartment, I can say that I was really like I was moving too fast. You feel me? Like I was straddling the fence too. It's like I'm in this lane, and it's like I got honestly I can say, you feel me, it was my loyalty to the wrong people. You feel me? I should have been more loyal to myself.
Yes.
You feel me? I was more loyal to my friends because it's like I felt like I was leaving them, but it was like honestly, I feel like every friendship I have, like that's why I'm always with the older crowd, and I always try like go for the bad turn, because if I'm not around the right older people, because it's like always be, and I don't want to sound cocky, but I'd be like ahead of my circle already. You feel me? It just be me like elevating my circle. You feel me? Me like emptying my cup for everybody. That's basically how my life be. You feel me? So basically doing that, and knowing right from wrong, but still like like it's a battle every day. Like honestly, like I can say the streets is like a drug. You feel me? And it's hard. It's easy as shit to relapse. You feel me? And I was like I was doing all this positive stuff. I was all the streets, but at the same time, when I'm free times and I'm going out and I'm with my friends, it's like you never know. It's like you never know what's gonna happen. It's like, and me being a thinker of my circle is like I felt like I owed it to them. Like I gotta be the one out there thinking for them, because if I'm not, I know they gonna do X, Y, Z. But if I'm there, I know I can tell them, I'm the voice of logic. You feel me?
Okay.
You feel me? I know that sometimes you gotta think for people, and I've always been that person. You feel me? So, I know I'm going off topic.
No, you're not, because actually, guess what? What's so funny is God had already purposed you for this. You had to go through the process of being the thinker in your crew in the world to know how to position people and know what the people need. You know that you was the thinker, so therefore, and you felt obligated to them. Now that you are in the space that you're in, now you're able to give back. Now you're able to go back and be the voice for them. and do it in a positive way. And that's what you were saying about your nonprofit. Now you're giving back. You're being the voice for these younger people who don't have a voice, who don't have the network, who don't have the resources, and you're connecting them with the resources in the network and the understanding of who they are at a young age. Because when you were young, you didn't understand who you were. And now that you're older, now you can put it in the right perspective. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah, I can teach them about, different stuff about like mental health. Like, it ain't so bad.
Right. And to be honest, mental health in the streets is running rapid. That's what's going on with this high count of deaths and shootings. These kids are running around with undiagnosed mental health, and some have already been diagnosed with mental health, but just not being cooperative like you said you was in the beginning when they diagnosed you. You didn't care. You didn't apply it to you. You didn't believe it, and with you not believing it, it spiraled to something negative. You're going to be that voice now to break the bondage off of people unawareness of mental health. You got to be that voice, not just helping them get a job, but you're being that voice of somebody who's been there. I've been in social abuse. I've been feeling like I wasn't loved, and then God placed social abuse in my life. You understand? To give me a sense of love and understanding of who I am and where my skills came from and where I'm coming from. So Tyree, we're experiencing this high rate of crime. I'm talking about it's unbelievable. It's getting really ridiculous. It's very unsafe for the seniors, the kids, and even just law-abiding citizens. What is your take on this crime, and what could you say to these kids about this crime?
Honestly, I feel like it's the guidance. Like, it's honestly a lot of money out here, and it's like these young guys. They honestly, man, young guys taking over right now. That's reality. Young guys are taking over the city. And, they looking up to the wrong people. That just all go to show, like, they need the right guys, you feel me? And they want this image, you feel me? Everybody want to be, this rap image or want to be this and that, you feel me? I feel like, you feel me, basically, like, and that's something that I'm actually trying to create too, like, in NWP, Niggas with Power. Basically, like, a lot people like me, you feel me, all around the city who got a voice and, who can, who can speak logic to the young niggas. It's basically logic, you feel me? Like, you don't gotta be out here doing XYZ. Why you beefing? We trying to get money. Like, it's basic logic, you feel me? If you speak to them, you feel me? Like, and what it really be is like a lot of the OGs don't want to get them they props. They don't want to respect them, you feel me? They don't want to teach them the way because they too busy being jealous. They like, how are these young niggas doing this and that? Instead of, trying to guide them, like, all right, you jolly in the right path, but this what you doing wrong and this what you doing right, you feel me? So I feel like basically, man, I feel like everybody should put the guns down, man. Like, I feel like, man, nobody really feel that shit until it hits you, but it's like, man, you shouldn't wait till that shit hits you. I'm telling you, it's like, I felt that shit, man. It's like, you don't know how it feels to see a mother gotta, like, go and break it down, getting that call, like, her child is gone, you feel me, gone from this world. It's like, man, that's the worst feeling. And it's like, you can't even comfort somebody. It's like, what do you say to somebody who just lost somebody, you feel me, for nothing, for somebody, like, man, I can't even get into that, man, because that's a sensitive subject.
All right, Tyree, I know we are touching on some very touchy situations. My condolences to anybody that was close to you that have been a victim of gun violence. Again, you say you're an activist, so I know you are amongst a lot of mothers and families and, people in the community. So I'm very sorry for, having to bring you to that point. But we're going to move right along. In your time of being in the world, experiencing mental health. Have you ever been incarcerated before?
Right, so like I was saying, like I basically crashed, you feel me, my loyalty to the wrong people, honestly, and yeah, I've been incarcerated. Actually been incarcerated for 3 years.
Okay, 3 years.
So with that, what I want to say about that is basically, man, jail is not actually what they paint it to be, but actually jail is not for everybody. Like, I mean, jail is not for anybody honestly, but honestly, it's just, what I can say about that is like jail more than me. Like, I kind of needed jail, and it's sad, but it's like, man, I was moving too fast, and it was like, yeah, I had a lot of positive stuff going on in my life, but it was like I was battling a lot of stuff. Like, honestly, I was dealing with a lot of mental health problems, and it was like I was smiling like everything was okay, but like honestly, man, I was fucked up. You feel me? And it took me to really sit down for a minute to really sit down and be like, damn, like I really was fucked up, and all this stuff happened, and I'm wondering like what's going on. But it's like once I can sit down, I can really sit and see what everything went wrong, why this turned that way, and why this went that way, and it's like everything lead back to my mental health, you feel me? And I had to realize, it's like I don't want to take the medicine, so I had to figure out something to, you know, keep me,
You had to, and then you had to find out your trigger. You had to find out what led you to this point of getting incarcerated. But I've always say that incarceration sometimes can save your life. You know, and I say that because sometimes God can't reach you in the world. He can't reach you in the street. He can't reach you while you thinking you're this and you're thinking you're that, and the women coming at you, the world is coming at you, and you're feeling you know bigger than the world. Then God has to, at least He saves a person. You know, He didn't take you out. But that is the time where He says, no more distractions.
He humble you.
No more distractions. I need your undivided attention. And I feel like that's the place. Even though you still have, negativity going on in there. But that's when you really can hear God and find direction.
That's when you can really get knowledge too. And once you see a lot of stuff in jail, like once you see these people, like, man, they had me, my cellie was, his name was Life, and I'm like, man, I'm talking to this man, it's like, it's just crazy, fool. And it's like, you know, really understand a lot, like how jail works, and understand really where they frustration come from. Like, they don't really be hating on young niggas. They hate that, y'all keep throwing y'all life away. It's like, they hate that, they keep getting these young studies and they trying to talk to them, and it's like these young studies, they feel like they listen to them and be right back, and they really be mad because, man, they kill for a second chance. Literally, like, man, they done learned, like, they done been in jail long enough, 20, 30 years, and they done learned enough. I feel like, man, anybody that been in jail that long, you feel me, is a brand new person, you feel me? But, a lot of people did a lot of stuff, a long time ago, and there's a lot of laws, like, man, it's just crazy, man, to see how that shit work. But, I feel like for anybody smart, jail will humble you, you feel me? It'll teach you. And I really gravitated to the right people. Like, I gravitated to, a lot of old heads, and they really was teaching me. I learned how to play chess. I learned how life work, you feel me? How, what I want to do, and, basically how to stay stable.
Wow. So listen, they say life is like a game of chess. It's a thinking game.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a thinking game, and you have to really, really strategically think about the next move.
You gotta be a couple moves in.
Yeah. Look, I always say, don't react, proact.
Right.
Be proactive. Think before ahead of time. Just think your next move, make it the best move. You get what I'm saying? And that's by being proactive. When you react, you reacting. You ain't had time to think. But if you're proactive, you thought about it. So, Tyree, with justification being here in D.C., what is your opinion about it? Does it matter? Do you see any change? Or we need to just go back to where we started from?
I mean, it's definitely pros and cons, but I feel like it's definitely just creating opportunities. Like, it's not a lot of stuff that we, you know, growing up that we used to do that we can do, but it's opportunities to create stuff like that. You feel me? I feel like basically it's breaking down a lot of poverty. Like in these neighborhoods, it's like, man, they don't understand. It's like this is a setup. Like poverty, everything. These neighborhoods, us, you know, being from these neighborhoods, it's a setup. Like how do we go from, you know, being slaves, you feel me, to trying to be free, and then to getting free, and then, you know, to this, you feel me? To me, I mean, it really get deep to me, but I feel like it's a big setup, and I feel like it's definitely pros and cons.
Okay. I feel the same. I'm like, we definitely are in an era and time that people are using their gifts. They're utilizing, they're waking up out the slumber and not so dependent on the Caucasian. You know, it's like they're waking up, and I just feel like even with this corona, this was another way of awakening. Because you can't depend on your job, because some people done lost their jobs. So the only person you can depend on is God. Or, you know, you start to look at yourself. Then you start to think about the things that you can do, the things that make you happy, the things that, you know, you get a thrill off of creating. I don't know, whatever your passion is, you start to dig deep into the passion now that we are in corona. So God knows what he is doing, because it's time to pull our rabbits out the hat and get creative. Because the more creative you be, the more money comes out. And I always say, God didn't give you a gift to be living in poverty. God gave you a gift to be wealthy. Just like the singers, just like the rappers. Those are gifts. We might not have the gift to entertain and dancing and rapping, but our mouth is a gift. Our intelligence, our know-how to be able to strategize and to put pieces together and to put people together, that's a gift. That's where the wealth will attract, because you're the best at what you're doing. And God only pays the person who is giving their 100% best. So that is great that you are teaching these young kids to be their best and to find out where their best lies, because it's just not a rapper or a singer. It could be in communication. It could be your hands. It could be your mind. And, like you said, you could be that voice for mental health, to let people know that there's nothing wrong with mental health, that you can be a pillar of society with mental health once you learn how to live with it, control it. Yes. So that's awesome. Oh my goodness, I got to learn so much, because not only that you are an activist, but you're an activist for mental health. You're an activist for what's needed in your society, our society, just life. And God needs bold people like yourself. So for you to come on the couch and be bold, we were talking about other topics, but the mental health stood out actually as the main topic to me, because we need more knowledge and more people standing up on the behalf of mental health and not be ashamed of it. So TYREE, you've been awesome. I really, really thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you too for the opportunity.
Man, we live every Saturday at 11 a.m. Stay tuned, man. We dropping every Saturday at 11 a.m. YouTube on the Couch Show. But stay tuned to our special guest right here. We got TYREE, man. Tell them where to find you at, though, man. Let them know where your Instagram
find me on Instagram at don't_shoot DC. Or you can just put in don't shoot DC. I'm probably the only person that's gonna pop up. You feel me? Social medias, you can find me on YouTube under YUNGSOLDII. I just started a YouTube channel too, cause I got a big fan base on Instagram, so I'm trying to move that to YouTube. Basically, find me YouTube under YUNGSOLDII, YUNGSOLDII. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all already know this show, this episode was so hot. I was about to take my clothes off. This guy Tyree is awesome. I got so much understanding and knowledge from him. I seen one thing. I seen that he's a soldier for God. He's definitely a walking testimony. Having a baby at 14, having his own place at 18, being able to being a mental health testimony. Listen. I loved it. I needed it. It was definitely an eye-opener for me, being as though I deal with a lot of people in mental health every day. So guess what, y'all? Y'all in for a treat. But Tyree, I'm looking forward to more and more things coming from you.
Definitely.
Yes, I'm so excited, and I already know that this is not your last time on the couch.
No, we definitely gonna grow together.
All right, you heard him say we gonna grow together. Yes. So y'all already know it's On the Couch with Sakina and Kai. Check us out every Saturday at 11 o'clock. We're gonna have awesome guests every Saturday. So y'all look forward to it. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell an enemy. Tell a frenemy. Tell whoever that needs it. Because believe it or not, everybody needs it. On the couch.
Straight up.
Be blessed.
That's good.